Yes, what's going on? We're back for our 6th war of the Alliance War season, and today we're bringing in Doctor Doom, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Human Torch into war, and this is just such an awesome war. We've got some really good fights to check out, including the boss fight, so be sure to check it out. And scouting the path, we've got an Immortal Hulk for the first time, which looks kind of interesting. In Section 2, we've got a Hyperion, Nova. Those are pretty simple Doctor Doom fights. Black Widow, Clairvoyant, that I'll probably be taking. And then a Thing boss, which is nice to see. I think he's one of the easier bosses in Alliance War. And we've got a Killmonger on the Incinerate and Poison Hazard Shift node, and that is why we brought in Cosmic Ghost Rider. So some foreshadowing for what's to come. But for this first fight, we've got a 6-star rank 1 Immortal Hulk. And I actually have this dude as a 6-star rank 1. I don't throw him into Alliance War because I don't think he's that great of a defender still. But the end of his life where he goes unblockable can be a bit challenging, so we're going to look out for that. But we're going to bring Cosmic Ghost Rider into this first fight. And Cosmic Ghost Rider has really grown on me. He's a lot of fun to play. He has some awesome damage output with that special 2. And this fight's really easy because we're getting healing through the willpower mastery. And we're just going to bait his special 1 right there. His special 1 is super easy to dex. It's definitely the special you want. And right here, we're going to throw the special 2 again. And this is going to kill him. And he's going to go unblockable in his immortal phase here for a decent chunk of time. I think it's like 7 or 8 seconds. So all we have to do now is just evade and don't get hit. So we do that. He regenerates a little bit. We go in for another little combo, and we finish him off with a full yellow bar of health thanks to the debuffs that were being applied, and we get the full attack bonus. So again, Immortal Hulk, he is defensive, so he's an okay defender with a stubborn global, which we have here, but nothing too difficult. So we're going to move right along. That was our only fight in Section 1. We had a lot of other good counters for the middle guys, and we're going to hop back into Section 2 on our path 4, where we have this rank 5 Hyperion. And I mean, not great placement. He doesn't apply debuffs really unless you somehow get hit by the special 1. So the node is basically inconsequential here. He's not going to evade. I don't have to worry about that either. So this is a really simple Doctor Doom fight, and it's just start the fight off, keeping him staggered to make sure he doesn't gain too many power gain buffs, and now that he's staggered, whenever he gains them, they go to Doctor Doom instead. So I'm gaining power, he's not, and we're going to get to the special 3 right here, get him to over 2 bars of power, so we can make sure we can push him to the 3rd bar with the special. And this is just the regular Doom cycle cheese fight now. So once you get into a special 3 with Doctor Doom, I feel like the fight's pretty much over. So we're going to go 2 mediums, light, medium, medium, drop the special 1, and then there's our special 2, which is the big hitter, and it's going to down him. 37 hits, full health, 100%. Really easy fight, full attack bonus obviously, so off to a really good start. We've only had 2 fights to this point, obviously, but again, we're going to be doing some fights on the mini bosses and the boss, so it's important that we keep our health topped up. And that's going to bring us to this rank 5 Nova here. And again, not great placement. He's not going to be applying debuffs to us, so we don't have to worry about the node. Makes it easy. And again, we're going to use Doctor Doom, class advantage, and we can nullify his buffs. So the only thing to remember here is that I won't be able to parry his mediums. Just keep that in mind when we're going to counter his heavy with a regular combo. We're going to keep him staggered. We're going to try to bait out the special 1 when we can. Right here, we're going to throw our special 1 to take his power. And we're going to go in for some light hits here to keep stealing his power with our hits. There he throws the special 1. We're just going to block it. Nothing too difficult. Wait for the heavy to end, go in for a combo, and now we want to push him to 2 bars of power, which we do right here. And we're going to drop the special 3. Missed the bonus, no biggie. He's already at 51% health. And again, just like any other Doctor Doom fight, you get into this Doom cycle with the special 3 and the fight's basically over. So does about 20% of his health with the special 3, go in for his usual combo, special 1, into the special 2, and there you go, 50 hits, he's down. Really easy fight. Doctor Doom wasn't being saved for any other fights really, he was basically brought in for just those 2 fights, so he did his job and did it well. Full attack bonus, we're 3 for 3 so far in this war, and our team's looking really good. No items used yet, we haven't boosted up, so we're feeling pretty confident with this war so far. But that's going to bring us to this Ebb and Flow Intercept, Black Widow, Clairvoyant. The link node here is Aggression Prowess. I'm going to keep it on because it's not really a big deal. Her specials are pretty easy to evade, so I don't plan on getting hit by them. The only thing I have to be a little cautious about here is that whenever she has debuffs on her, she'll be gaining power faster, and obviously Human Torch applies those incinerates, so she does power gain quicker than normal. And again, it's not a big deal. It's just going to be baiting out the specials and evading them just like that, going back in, applying the incinerates. We get into the Nova form here, which is great. There's the power sting damage. Incinerates are doing their thing. Even with the damage cap from the Ebb and Flow Intercept node, the incinerates do so much. We finish with a full yellow bar of health on Torch. We get the full attack bonus. It was only 28 hits. Super simple fight. And we move on to the mini bosses now. And our first mini boss fight is this Nick Fury on the Rage node. And we really weren't supposed to take this fight. Our battle group, and actually all of our battle groups, had a really tough time this war. Our attack teams really struggled for whatever reason. So I hopped in here and decided to take the first part of this fight with my Doctor Doom. And they're running suicides, so that's actually going to be pretty helpful here. And, you know, there's 2 things I have to watch here. One is the Rage node, which I noticed early on I'm not hitting that cap. Even though Doctor Doom has a crazy high attack, I'm not triggering the Rage node by doing more than 2.5% of his health per hit. So that's great. The other thing I have to watch out for is those charges that Nick Fury has to make sure he doesn't go unblockable. And what I'm doing here is building the destructible counter charges on him by parrying him. Because once he goes into his second life, I won't not be able to parry him anymore. And I want to make sure he doesn't go indestructible. So we bait the special 2 right there. We still haven't triggered a Rage node, so we pretty much know that's not going to happen in this fight. So that's something that I don't have to worry about. And again, right here, we're just going to bait out the special 2. I'm still at 82% health. He's down to 37. We're way ahead in this fight. We're crushing it. We haven't gotten hit yet. But now I'm starting to build his charges a little bit too high. He's at 12, and I don't want him going unblockable. So we're going to sit back and parry a bit, wait for those to fall off, and build the indestructible counter charges at the same time. So it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to push him to the special 2 again. He's at 10%. He throws the special 2. The recoil damage takes him down to 3. He's down to 2%, 1. He goes into his real life stage. And the thinking here was that if I could have caught his health before he had regenerated back to full health, maybe the special 3 would kill him here, and that would have ended the fight. Unfortunately, I catch it too late, and my special 3 doesn't do enough damage to him, so he regenerates back to his 100% health, and we're still feeling pretty good. I mean, that plan didn't work like it was supposed to, but he's dropping down. We're getting his charges up a little high. He goes unblockable here, so we take the special 1 hit, and he's still unblockable. So that's the problem here, and I'm disoriented, so my parries are going to fail anyway. So trying to evade him. Right here, I just catch a combo, and the bleed damage, bleed damage just crushes us. So we lose that attack bonus, but we did a pretty good chunk of his health. Felt pretty good about it. Someone else came in and finished it off. We only lost 1 attack bonus. Considering I wasn't supposed to take that fight, I was okay with how that went. A little mistake at the end, but for the most part, that actually was much better than I thought it was going to be. So Here comes a really cool fight though. You can see the boost we're throwing on here, throwing on some rainbow boosts. And this fight is awesome. This is a Killmonger on the Hazard Shift Poison Incinerate node. And this is why we brought Cosmic Ghost Rider right here for this man. And this fight is just insane. For anyone out there who has not seen a Cosmic Ghost Rider versus Killmonger fight, this is going to blow your mind. So we're going to go in here, and he's stun immune, and he hazard shifts from poison to incinerate. Cosmic Ghost Rider is incinerate immune, so we can hit him while he's in the incinerate phase, no problem. Cosmic Ghost Rider starts off with the armor break debuff on him, so we're not taking reverberation damage. He's still in the incinerate phase. He shifts to the poison phase right here, so we're not going to hit him for a bit. We're going to go in for a little combo, end with the light, get the power gain. We didn't get poisoned. We counter his heavy with a heavy and special 2, and that damage is insane. We get some poisons, but no big deal. He throws a special 2. We go in for a combo, and look at how much damage we're doing. We're going to go back in here for another little combo, and that fight is over in less than a minute. Cosmic Ghost Rider, full attack bonus, 31 hits to one-shot that Killmonger. Just insane. An absolutely insane fight. This dude, Cosmic Ghost Rider, is growing on me every time I use him, and he's just got such a great set of skills and moves. The power damage is insane. He's got utility with the bleed and incinerate immunity, so he's just awesome. He is a great champion, really great for Alliance War. But here's the highlight of this war video. This is a rank 5 thing, and our Human Torch is full health, and we have not used the pre-fight yet. So we attempted a thing boss with Human Torch last war, I think it was, without the pre-fight, and we did really well. So this time we have our Torch full health, rank 3 6-star, and we have the pre-fight. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going into this fight with a ton of confidence, and we're just going to see how it goes. So we're obviously applying the Nova burns to him, which are more powerful than regular incinerates, and they power sting him, which is great because that's where a lot of his damage comes from in these fights, is from the power stings from throwing specials and when opponents do. So right here early on, I get into a bit of a tough situation. I've got his rock stacks at 15, but he has no power. So fortunately, he's playing fairly defensive. He's backing up, he's holding his block, he's allowing me to hit into his block and drive him to his part of the map, which is what I want. I knew I would lose this fight if I got backed up against my wall early. And I've said it before, the thing with thing fights is to keep the spacing in your advantage. So keep him on his side of the map, make sure you're neutral or towards the right-hand side, and you should be just fine. So you can see how this is going. We've got him against his wall early on. Perfect. We're going to go in here, 15 rock stacks. He throws the special 1, nice and easy. We're 35 hits in. He's already down to 64%. So we're doing pretty well. We're about a minute and a half into the fight. So I know I don't have to worry about the timeout. That's not a concern anymore. The only concern I have is just managing those rock stacks and managing the spacing. So pretty basic. He's at 13 rock stacks here. We're going to throw 2 hits. He's at 15, throws the special again, takes the power sting damage. So every time he's throwing the special, he's hurting himself. That's a big part of why this fight works with Torch, because obviously we're not gaining temperature, we're not building our smolders, but those Nova flames are so damaging and so powerful, it doesn't really matter. So you can see, again, we're just managing the rock stacks. I'm trying to get him back to 15 here. He's at 9, which is not the ideal number. Right here we get a nice intercept. We put him at 14, which is my mistake. We go in, hit into his block. We're good now. He's above 15. We just need him to throw the special, but he's playing defensive, which again is fine with me. You can hit into his block when he has this many rock stacks and nothing's going to happen. It just keeps him backed up on his wall, so glad to do that. He finally throws it. We accidentally push ourselves to the special 3 here. That wasn't the intent. I meant to throw the special 2. We got a little too much power there at the end, but whatever, it's fine. Our special attacks don't do a ton of damage in this fight anyway. He throws his special. Gonna go back in here, hit into his block a few times. We get him at 13 rock stacks. 2 more hits, get him at 15. Bait the special 1. Easy does it. He's down to 28% here or so. Throws the special 1 again, no problem. Hit into his block, keep the spacing. He's just playing perfectly the way I want him. We get him to 14 rock stacks here, and that's a big no-no. He now has no power, and he's at over 15. So we're going to have to hit into his block, and again, he cooperates really well. He goes really defensive. We can hit into his block, back him up, and we just bait the special here. Go in for a few hits, get rid of the indestructible, and we're at 27%. He's at 12. The finish line is in sight. We've got 1 minute and 13 seconds left. He's in single digits. A few more hits here. He's at 15 rock stacks. We just need him to throw the special 2, and the power sting damage is gonna finish him off. So that is a Thing Boss one-shot with a rank 3 6-star Human Torch using the pre-fight ability, and that just caps a really good war that we had, taking down that boss with a one-shot. Felt really good. Felt really good. That's our second boss one-shot of the season. The first one was a Doctor Doom, so that's going to cap off this war. And the best part about that is that we get the win. We don't secure an MVP spot, but could care less about that. This now puts us at 3-3 on this season. Again, this was not a good war for our attack teams. All of our battle groups struggled. We had a lot of deaths, way more than I think we should have had. But our defense held up really well too and absolutely lit them up. So they couldn't clear their maps. Fortunately, we got our bosses down and got exploration points. So we get the win. We're at 500 on the season, and hopefully we can push into that Platinum 4 spot. It's looking pretty good right now early on. So we will see how we finish the season, and hopefully we can build on this momentum, get another win, and we'll see you in the next one.